The U.S. Olympic team trials, arguably one of the most exciting swimming events that happens. But were you actually there to see it? Maybe, but most likely not. Today, I am going to go beyond what other YouTubers do and give you a full tour of all that the City of Indianapolis has to offer for the U.S. Olympic trials. I present to you the U.S. Olympic Team Trials Swimming Full Tour. So before we get to the good part, I live 6 hours away from Indianapolis, so you know what that means. When we first arrived in Indianapolis, we got to see our first views of Lucas Oil Stadium, where the event was being held because our hotel was right behind it. Not only did we get to see the stadium outside of the hotel, we also had a view of it from our room. Another thing I realized is that the hotel was decorated specifically for the Olympic trials, with signs and decorations everywhere. Now it is time to go for my first finals night session of this meet. This was the session for Monday, June 18th. Immediately you can tell we were very close to the stadium within walking distance. Outside of the stadium, there was amazing decorations everywhere. This includes signs of Olympians on the side, and a huge sign of Kate Douglas mounted on the large windows. There was big line to get into the stadium, because there were many crowds. But after waiting a bit, I was finally able to go in. Now, this is finally the point I walk into the natatorium for the first time. This was very exciting. In 3, 2, 1. Since we had time to spare before the event started, we went down lower to see the pool even closer, which was worth it, as it was a completely different view. We had cool things to entertain us while we waited. One thing, however, was a cool light show to start the event. Here is a cool compilation of clips during the light show. After that, we got to experience a very nice national anthem. Then after that, the meet started with many finals in one night. It was a surreal experience to watch. Here was what the walkout looked like when each swimmer came out of the ready room. There was a giant board with cool green screen animations on it. It made the walkout much more exciting for all swimmers involved. Here was also the moment that Bobby Finka walked out for his 800 free final, which was one of the events I was looking forward to. Here was him on the big screen. One of the coolest experiences of the weekend was watching a world record in action. Was this Gretchen Walsh? No, this was a second world record by Regan Smith in the backstroke. We were expecting a good time, but not expecting what she was about to achieve in this event. When Regan came into the end of the race and touched the wall, a new record of 57.13 had been achieved. Now that I have showed you what a race looks like at these trials, you can watch as many as you want on NBC, but it's time to show what happens during the ad breaks. Let me introduce to you the award ceremonies. Here is Bobby Finke's ceremony for winning the 800 free to go to Paris 2024. He is elevated by a platform from down below and then given a medal by a past Olympian. Here is the cool visual we get after they announce that he is going to Paris 2024, and the smooth transition back. Now for some behind-the-scenes related stuff. Here is the warm-up pool view from as far as the staff would let us go. You can see some cold tubs and many lanes to warm up / cool down in. Looking to the side of the warm-up pool, you can see the ready room before you walk out to your race. Another cool thing we saw is the WNBA team Indiana Fever coming to visit the trials. There is also this funny video of Caitlin Clark touching the water and then acting like she just achieved a world record. After we finished the session at Lucas Oil Stadium, we went over to the Toyota Aquazone, which had many fun activities to offer during sessions. It took place in a giant convention center. Here is the cool entrance. Here are some of the cool things they had here. Sports. A giant kickboard that you can sign. By the way, see if you can find my signature if you come here to Indy. Team USA swimmers. Flags. Magazines. Caleb Dressel. Woo. Giant merch store that included all of the Speedo products you could ever wish for. This hologram-like thing that was very interesting but confusing at the same time. Definitely caught the eyes of many people. Podcast being recorded live that you would see in person. The swimsuit guy, popular on YouTube, being there. This was the cool hallway that connected the rooms. If you thought that all of the Aquazone things were cool, then wait for Georgia Street, the street completely decorated for the trials. Once we walk past this Dressel-themed car, we will walk out onto the street, where the first thing that you will see is the replicated Eiffel Tower. This thing is much taller in person and in a great central location. Let's now go over all the fun activities you will find on this street. Lane lines. USA Swimming Live, a stage with events every day. Great view of the stadium. Daily schedules. More lane line decorations along with this cool wave you can take a picture on. Giant goggle statue. They really just have a statue of everything here. Olympian signs on every street. J.W. Marriott building with a huge USA Swimming and Olympic team trial sign on the side of it. More of Dressel. So we still went to another finals night session the next day, so I could show some more stuff and behind-the-scenes stuff. Here is another side view of the pool, with a very easy entrance to get to it. And then we have the complete opposite side. What is this? A curtain. Oh wait. We came up all the way to the top to show you the view. Surprisingly, you can still see from up here, if not even better, since it is a top view. Here was the race of this session, a swim-off to make the semifinals. This was very exciting to watch. Here is the finish. Before we unfortunately had to leave the trials after such a fun weekend, we came down all the way to the bottom to see the pool up close. We tried to take our time to get footage, but kept getting yelled at. We don't want to break rules, but here are some cool clips of the pool. Cool roof POV. By the way, here was what was behind the window curtain, because I forgot to put it in earlier. Let's review the meet now. Now it is time to review the meet, and I will tell you what I thought of it. Starting out with the atmosphere, which I would give 5 stars, because it was electric during the final session and a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Next up, the price. While some closer seats were expensive, you could get a very good seat with a good view with $50 or less, which was a very good deal. I would have to give the value for money rating of 4 stars. Finally, was coming here worth it? Well, the final answer was yes, this is a very good deal. It was a mesmerizing experience, and I think it is a good idea to get tickets. Well, I hope you enjoyed this tour video of the Olympic trials. I hope you enjoyed watching because I might make videos like this in the future. I hope you have a great day, and remember, keep swimming.